A single coin that might be hiding in your drawer, tucked away in an old collection, or even resting quietly in your pocket change. Yet, it's no ordinary coin. This is the 1976 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark, a coin with the potential to make you a millionaire. Yes, that's right, one single dime could be worth over $1 million. Sounds like a fantasy? Stay with me, because today, we're diving into what makes this dime so valuable, and why now might be the perfect time to check if you've been carrying around a hidden fortune all along. In 1976, the United States was buzzing with the excitement of its bicentennial celebrations. Amidst all that patriotic fervor, the U.S. Mint was churning out millions of coins, each a testament to American history and heritage. Among them were countless Roosevelt dimes. But there was one special variation of this dime that became a legend. A small number of these dimes were minted without the usual P mark for Philadelphia, making them a rare breed in the world of coin collecting. And here's where things get interesting. A select few of these mintless dimes have shown up in circulation over the years, capturing the attention of collectors and investors alike. It's this detail, or rather the lack of it, that has collectors buzzing and buyers ready to invest eye-watering amounts. But why does a simple missing P have such value? That's exactly what we're going to uncover. And if you're already feeling a bit of a thrill imagining the possibilities, just wait until we dig deeper. Now, imagine coming across one of these dimes. Maybe you find it in a forgotten change jar, or it's been passed down in the family without anyone realizing its true worth. So, what exactly makes this dime worth so much? The real story behind this dime lies in its scarcity. When the Philadelphia Mint accidentally left off the P mint mark, they created a rare variant that collectors clamor to own. And when you combine rarity with high demand, that's the recipe for skyrocketing value. Just think, out of the millions of dimes minted that year, only a tiny fraction missed the mint mark. Now, don't just take my word for it. Recently, a 1976 no-mint mark Roosevelt dime sold at auction for, hold on to your seat, over $1.3 million. That's a life-changing sum for something as small as a dime, an amount that could let you pay off a house, travel the world, or secure a retirement you'd only dreamed of. And honestly, if I had one, I'd probably be looking at it right now saying, "Who knew a 10-cent piece could be more valuable than my car?" But what does it take for a dime like this to actually sell for over $1 million? Is every no-mint mark 1976 dime worth a fortune? Well, not exactly. Let's talk about the factors that make this coin so valuable, and what you should be looking for. You don't want to skip this part. It's essential if you want to avoid missing out. So, what makes one of these dimes worth $1 million and another worth, well, 10 cents? I'll give you a hint. It's all about the condition. For a coin to reach that $1 million status, its condition has to be flawless. Coin grading experts look for details that most people would never even think to notice. They'll examine every edge, every line, every minute detail to determine if the coin qualifies as mint condition, or MS68, the highest grade available. Coins at this level are nearly perfect, and that level of perfection drives value. Now, here's where things get exciting for you. Even if your dime isn't flawless, it can still be valuable. Dimes with slight imperfections but no mint mark from 1976 can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The closer to perfection, the higher the value. Imagine for a moment that you've found one of these elusive dimes, and it's in near-perfect condition. The thrill of seeing it in your hands and knowing it could change your life. That's the allure that keeps collectors on the hunt. Now, you might be wondering, what are the odds, really, of having one of these dimes just lying around? And you're right to be skeptical, but remember, these rare coins don't always start off in elite collections. Many were found by average people in the most ordinary of places, like grocery stores, gas stations, or in old coin jars. In fact, some people have stumbled across them while simply cleaning out a drawer. Here's where the urgency comes in. The value of these coins is only climbing. And as the market for rare coins becomes more competitive, the chances of selling for top dollar increase. So, if you've been waiting to take a look at those old jars or dig through the change sitting around your house, don't wait too long. Every day you wait is a day the market could shift, and you could miss out on the opportunity to turn a 10-cent piece into a fortune. So, here's what I want you to do: check every coin you come across. Look carefully at those old collections, whether they're yours, a family member's, or even at estate sales. Keep an eye out for that missing P on a 1976 dime. Because who knows? The next dime you find could be your key to a new life, a luxury lifestyle, or a comfortable retirement. The journey to wealth could be right at your fingertips, wrapped in the most unassuming form imaginable: a single Roosevelt dime. In the world of rare coins, every once in a while, something truly extraordinary emerges. Now you're probably thinking, it's just a dime, right? But here's where it gets exciting. This isn't any ordinary 1980 dime. This is a coin that could be worth over $1 million. Imagine finding that kind of money in your pocket change. It's time to find out why this unassuming coin could be the ticket to an incredible payday and how you could start uncovering similar treasures hidden in plain sight. Now, before you dive into your coin jar, stay with me, because in this video, I'll walk you through why this particular dime is so valuable, the clues to look for, and how you could cash in, but only if you know exactly what to search for. And you might want to watch until the very end, because the key to unlocking its value is something many collectors overlook. To understand why a simple 1980 dime could be worth $1.4 million, let's first look at a quick backstory. Back in the 1980s, the Roosevelt dime was as common as it gets. Millions were minted every year. Most of us don't think twice about dimes, even though they've been around since the 1940s. But what makes this one stand out? The magic lies in the P mint mark, symbolizing it was struck in Philadelphia. Now, here's the twist. While millions of these were churned out, just a few dimes had something extraordinary about them. They were struck with such precision, such impeccable craftsmanship, that only a handful of them were created to near perfection. And when I say perfection, I'm talking about the level where even the tiniest flaw could slash thousands off the value. Imagine one scratch on a coin holding the power to drop its worth by $100,000. Alright, let's get into the heart of it. So, what makes this little coin worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million? For one, it's the rarest kind of perfection. Only a minuscule fraction of coins achieve this immaculate state, virtually flawless under magnification. But it's not just about perfection. There's a certain artistry to it, with details so fine that they're nearly invisible to the naked eye. That's right, the coin you look at and see just a regular dime could have lines, curves, and engravings in stunning detail, adding thousands, even millions, to its value. But don't go pulling your coin jar out just yet. Let me explain the next key, and this one might surprise you. It's all about timing. You see, the demand for coins like this is surging. Wealthy collectors, investors, and auction houses are in a bit of a frenzy, which means prices are going up as we speak. In fact, just a few years ago, this same coin might have been worth only a fraction of today's value. But collectors know, once a coin reaches this level, its worth tends to increase over time. In other words, the longer you wait, the more you might stand to gain, if you're lucky enough to own one. Now, imagine discovering that your average-looking dime is sitting on a gold mine. What would that mean for you? Now, here's the million-dollar question. How do you know if you have the right one? First, look for the date, 1980. Then, you'll want to locate that tiny P mint mark near the lower edge. But here's the part where you need to pay close attention. The coin must look pristine. I mean, no scratches, no dull patches, and no smudges. It should look as if it just left the mint, even though it's been around for over 4 decades. Under high magnification, you'll need to examine the smallest details, the edges, the profile, every ridge. Missing even the tiniest detail could mean walking away with just a 10-cent coin. If you're getting nervous about squinting at every dime with a magnifying glass, don't worry, you're not alone. Most of us are probably reaching for the readers or pulling out the phone flashlight. Once you think you might have the coin, it's time to seek professional grading. This is the crucial step that separates regular coins from priceless treasures. A reputable grading company will assign it a level based on its condition, and from there, you'll know if you have something truly remarkable. They'll either confirm your dreams or break your heart. Imagine holding $1 million coin in your hands. What would you do? Would you cash it in? Or would you hold onto it, letting it increase in value? If you have a passion for rare coins, or you've ever dreamt about finding hidden treasures in your own home, now is the time to start checking. With inflation, market demand, and collector interest growing, coins like these are appreciating faster than ever. So, grab that coin jar, look through your wallet, and pay attention to every 1980 dime with a P mint mark. Who knows? The next time you reach into your pocket, you could be holding onto a piece of history worth over $1 million. And wouldn't that be an incredible story to tell? Have you ever wondered if the coins sitting in your drawer or old jars could be worth a fortune? Picture this: a simple dime from 1996, one that most people would overlook, could be worth $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1 million. So, if you're sitting on a gold mine of rare coins and you don't even know it, you could be leaving money on the table. Stick around, because in the next 10 minutes, we're about to reveal how you can turn that dime into a wealth-building asset. Cue dramatic pause. Let's dive in. Before we reveal why your 1996 P. Roosevelt dime could be worth $1 million, let's talk about how you might have gotten your hands on one of these coins in the first place. You see, the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime is no ordinary dime. It's the product of a very specific set of circumstances, and the market is paying top dollar for them, but only if you know what to look for. Now, you might be thinking, a dime from 1996? Really? That's worth a fortune. Let me stop you right there, because the truth is rare coins are worth far more than most people realize. In fact, some coins are so rare that they become instant investments, and I'm not talking about pennies here. We're talking about real, life-changing sums of money. So, what makes this dime so special? The answer is simple: the mint mark. The Roosevelt dime you're looking for is marked with a small p under the date, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. But here's where it gets interesting. In 1996, the U.S. Mint made a very limited batch of these dimes, and not just any dimes. These dimes were struck with an unusual error in the minting process. Most of the 1996 P dimes were created with a slight miscalculation in the design, making them far more scarce than their counterparts. And that scarcity? Well, it's what makes them so valuable today. So, why is it worth so much? Because when something is rare and in high demand, its value skyrockets. This particular dime is not just a coin, it's a collector's dream. But here's the twist: only a few of these dimes ever made it into circulation, and most of them were melted down. The few that survived, well, let's just say you're lucky if you've got one. Now, imagine what this could mean for you. Your coin might be sitting in a drawer, right under your nose, waiting to change your life. And no, I'm not exaggerating. This is serious money we're talking about. You've got a 1996 P. Roosevelt dime, or at least you think you do. How can you be sure it's worth $1 million? First things first, check the condition. A worn dime might not get you much, but a dime in mint condition, untouched by time, could be worth six figures. If you're lucky enough to have one in pristine condition, get ready. This could be your ticket to a new lifestyle. So, what do you do now? Here's where the excitement kicks in. Get your hands on a magnifying glass and take a closer look at that dime. If you're thinking, wait, how do I even sell this thing? You've come to the right place. It's time to get educated, but more importantly, it's time to take action, and trust me, time is of the essence. Coin collectors and dealers are hunting for rare coins all the time. If you don't act quickly, you could miss out. But here's the catch: you may have a 1996 P. Roosevelt dime, but is it the rare version with that critical mistake? Or is your dime just another standard coin that doesn't have the value you think it does? The truth is, finding out whether your dime is truly worth $1 million comes down to knowing what to look for. And we're about to dive deep into exactly that in the next part of this video. But before we go any further, what if I told you there's a trick that can make your coin even more valuable than you could imagine? What if you could unlock the full potential of your dime, making it the investment of a lifetime? Stick around until the end, and you'll find out exactly how to do that. You might be holding $1 million coin, or you might just be holding a regular dime. But hey, if your coin could talk, what would it say? Please, sell me for $1,000,000. Or maybe it would just say, I'm just a coin, pal. Anyway, let's get serious. We're about to break down the steps for how to sell this dime and ensure you're getting top dollar. So, what's the takeaway here? If you have a 1996 P. Roosevelt dime, there's a world of possibility in front of you. But if you don't know what to look for, or you wait too long, that opportunity could slip right through your fingers. Act now, because coin values fluctuate, and opportunities like this don't last forever. Get your coins appraised. Get educated. And start turning your old coins into a wealthy lifestyle you've always dreamed of. And if you don't know where to start? Don't worry. Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you can keep learning about rare coins and how they can help you build a life of wealth and security. Have you ever found a coin in your pocket and wondered if it could make you a millionaire? Maybe it's hiding right in plain sight. Like the 2000 P. Roosevelt dime. A coin so rare, it's worth up to $1.3 million today. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money. New car? Dream vacation? Financial freedom? Now, what if I told you that there are people out there right now who don't even realize they're holding this fortune in their hands? What makes this dime so valuable might surprise you. In fact, this single detail could be hiding in your pocket change right now. So stay with me because we're diving deep into what makes the 2000 P. Roosevelt dime so unique and how you can find out if you're holding the 1 in a million coin that could change your life. To understand why a single dime minted in the year 2000 is worth up to $1.3 million, let's first look at the P mint mark. For those unfamiliar, this little letter signifies that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Now, the Philadelphia Mint has produced billions of coins. So why would this one be any different? Here's where it gets interesting. Most dimes come off the minting line with a standard finish, but in some extremely rare cases, these dimes ended up with a distinct finish, creating what collectors call a freak, or error, coin. This is the first thing that makes this dime stand out. The scarcity of these rare finishes has created a frenzy in the collecting community. There's that thrill of hunting down a rare find, the kind that can change someone's life financially in an instant. Think about it. Have you ever checked the change from your morning coffee? Imagine for a second that one of those dimes is worth more than the coffee shop itself. So, now that we know what makes the 2000 P. Roosevelt dime so special, let's dig deeper into what collectors look for specifically and how you can identify a truly rare coin. Because once you know, you may never look at pocket change the same way again. Alright. So you're looking at your dimes. What should you keep an eye out for? This is where the details become critical. Error coins are all about the small things that often go unnoticed. In the case of the 2000 P. Roosevelt dime, collectors are looking for specific errors or variations, particularly the ones with doubled edges, unusual metal finishes, or inconsistencies in the mint mark. Yes, it's that little P mint mark that can tip the scales from being worth 10 cents to over $1 million. Now, here's a question for you. How can a tiny error, barely noticeable to the naked eye, make such a massive impact on the value of a coin? The truth is, it's all about rarity. When collectors know there are only a handful of these coins in existence, demand skyrockets. Imagine the excitement of finding this treasure just lying around. But remember, it's not as easy as it sounds. Finding that perfect error coin is like finding a needle in a haystack. But hey, if you're like most people, your haystack of loose change is probably somewhere between the couch cushions and your car cup holder. So how do you know if you've got the right coin? Let's talk about some methods to identify these key characteristics yourself, so you're not relying on luck alone. Now, suppose you've looked at your dimes, and you're pretty sure you've found the legendary 2000 P. Roosevelt dime with an error. First things first, don't just rush out to any coin shop. The true value of this coin lies in the condition, known as grading, in the numismatic world. A top-tier grading from a reputable service can confirm if your coin is truly one of these million-dollar treasures. But here's where things get urgent. If you do have one of these coins, it's important to handle it carefully. Even the slightest scratch could drastically reduce its value. Many people don't realize this, but that million-dollar coin could drop to only a few $100s if it's not in top condition. And here's another twist. What if you've got the coin, but it's not graded. This single choice could make or break the sale of your treasure. You might be wondering, what should I do next? Don't worry. I'll walk you through the process so you can confidently turn that dime into life-changing money. If you're serious about collecting coins, or even just interested in cashing in on old change, now's the time to act. Coins like the 2000p Roosevelt dime don't come along often, and with more people getting into collecting, the chances of finding one are only going down. Don't leave that potential treasure hiding in plain sight. Check your change, inspect those mint marks, and who knows, you could be sitting on $1 million right now. So next time you see a dime, don't just toss it in the jar. It might just be the key to your dreams. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're ready to learn more about the hidden fortunes in your own pockets. And remember, sometimes the smallest treasures hold the greatest value. Imagine waking up one morning to find out that the coin you've been holding onto for years, a simple dime, is worth more than some people's entire house. Yes, we're talking about the rare 2003p Roosevelt dime, and believe it or not, it's worth a jaw-dropping $1 million in today's market. If you've ever wondered whether you might have a small treasure hidden in your coin collection, this could be the moment that changes everything. But before you go digging through your drawers, let's get one thing straight: not every coin is worth a fortune. In fact, most people have no idea just how much they're sitting on, or what to look for. So, grab a seat and listen closely, because this video will unlock the secrets that could lead you to a major payday. Stick around until the end, because I'll be revealing exactly how to spot these rare coins, and how you could potentially sell them for a life-changing amount. Let's start with a question. How many times have you thrown a coin into a jar, or forgotten about a handful of change in your car, not realizing it might be worth more than you thought? The 2003p Roosevelt dime is one of those overlooked treasures that could be sitting right under your nose. It's a dime, one of the most common coins in circulation. But here's the twist: if you happen to have one with certain characteristics, it's worth a lot more than just 10 cents. You see, it all comes down to minting errors, rarity, and condition. Not all 2003p dimes are worth a fortune. But the rarest ones? They're incredibly valuable. Now, don't get too comfortable. You might think you have the same coin as everyone else. But a small detail, a slight difference, could make yours stand out and fetch up to $1 million. And let me tell you, it's not as rare as you think. Before we go deeper, here's a little secret: the coin market has exploded in recent years. Rare dimes like the 2003p are drawing attention from collectors and investors looking to diversify their portfolios. Imagine that. A dime, a humble, everyday coin, drawing serious attention. It's like the humble beginnings of a millionaire's journey. I can feel the excitement building. But here's where the fear sets in: if you don't know what you're looking for, you might miss out on a fortune. Let that sink in. Picture this: you're at a garage sale, flipping through some old coins, and you come across what seems to be a regular dime. You move on, not thinking twice about it. What if that coin was actually a rare gem worth millions? Think about it. You might never know, because you didn't check. In this market, time is your enemy. Every minute you spend doubting or waiting could be the moment someone else snatches up the opportunity. You don't want to be the person who regrets not taking action, do you? And here's the scary part: if you wait too long, the market could shift. The value of these rare coins fluctuates. Those dimes could suddenly become more expensive as demand skyrockets, and you could find yourself in the same boat as so many others, wishing you'd acted sooner. So let me ask you, do you want to live with regret, or do you want to take charge of your financial future? But before you panic, there's still hope, because in the next section, I'm going to show you how to spot that $1 million dime. Alright. This is where we turn it all around. Let's get to the good stuff. The 2003p Roosevelt dime that's worth a fortune isn't just any dime. It has to be in mint condition and exhibit certain flaws or characteristics that make it rare. Here's what to look for. First, you'll want to check the obverse, the front, of the coin. Is the mint mark clearly visible? If it's from the Philadelphia Mint, it will be marked with a P. That's a good start. But remember, condition is king. Coins in flawless condition, especially those without any noticeable wear and tear, are far more valuable than their circulated counterparts. Next, take a look at the die cracks or any other minting errors that might make the coin unique. These flaws, though small, can significantly increase a coin's value. Believe it or not, a slight misaligned die or a double-struck error can be worth thousands or even millions, depending on the rarity. But here's the kicker: finding the perfect one is harder than you might think. The most valuable 2003 P. Roosevelt dimes are the ones that weren't just made. They were perfectly made, with flaws that make them unique. And these are the ones collectors are after. Now, let me ask you this: are you willing to search for that needle in the haystack? Are you ready to change your life with a single coin? But wait, don't rush off just yet. I know you're eager to start searching your collection, but here's where things get interesting. Once you find a valuable dime, what do you do next? You might think you can just sell it to the highest bidder, but there's a lot more to it. And trust me, you don't want to make the mistake of selling to the wrong person or for too little. That's why in just a moment, I'll reveal how to sell your rare coins for the highest possible price. But I'll save that for a bit later, because we're not done yet. Keep watching, because there's a critical mistake that even the most seasoned coin collectors make when they go to sell. If you're ready to cash in on this incredible opportunity, you can't afford to miss what's coming up next. I'm about to share the do's and don'ts of selling rare coins, and you'll want to take notes, because this could mean the difference between walking away with a small payout or living your dream lifestyle. Well, today, we're diving into the remarkable story of the 2005 California State $quarter coin, a coin that's caught the attention of collectors, dealers, and even investors alike. But this isn't just any ordinary coin. This little quarter could be worth $788,000. Yes, you heard that right, $788,000. But before you start checking every coin jar in your house, there's something you need to know, and it might just change your life forever. Stick with me, because this story is just getting started. In 2005, the U.S. Mint released a new batch of quarters to honor California, a state that's known for its natural beauty, rich history, and yes, its massive economy. These coins were designed with California's iconic landmarks and imagery. On the surface, it seemed like just another quarter. But what happened next is what made this coin anything but ordinary. Somewhere, amid the production of millions of these coins, a small batch slipped through the cracks. A rare, unintentional mistake, produced in the Philadelphia Mint, made its way into circulation. These coins, unlike their standard counterparts, are not only rare but incredibly valuable. We're talking about a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change right now, waiting to be discovered. Imagine finding something as simple as a quarter, worth a few cents, and realizing it could be worth nearly $1 million. Sounds impossible, right? But it's true. But here's the kicker: the clock is ticking, and this coin isn't going to stay undervalued forever. Now, you may be wondering, how can a quarter of all things be worth so much? Let me explain. This coin isn't valuable because of its design or its state, it's valuable because of its rarity. You see, only a tiny fraction of the California quarters were minted with an error, a tiny detail, often invisible to the naked eye, that changed everything. The minting error has to do with the fine engraving of the coin's reverse side. The drooping mint mark, or in some cases, the positioning of the engraving, can make these coins priceless. Not every California state quarter has this feature. In fact, only a few specific coins are worth anything close to $788,549. So how do you know if you have one of these rare gems? That's the million-dollar question, and trust me, you're going to want to listen closely. Here's the thing: finding these rare coins isn't easy. The odds are slim, and that's why their value is skyrocketing. It's like hunting for buried treasure in your spare change. Imagine the excitement, the thrill, when you discover that you've been sitting on a goldmine this whole time. But wait, you've got to act fast, because someone else might find it first. Just think about that. Are you willing to take that chance? Here's where the real urgency kicks in. In the world of rare coins, time is always working against you. Every day, collectors, investors, and even online auction houses are scouring for these treasures. And once a coin like this hits the market, its value skyrockets. We're talking auction prices reaching hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions, of dollars. But don't get too comfortable, because the market for rare coins is fiercely competitive. Every year, the demand increases, and the chances of finding a coin like the 2005 California State Quarter gets slimmer and slimmer. Just think about it. What if someone else finds it before you do? What if that coin you missed out on would have changed everything, you may be asking? How do I even know if I've got a rare coin? Well, let me tell you this. It's all about being informed. Getting the knowledge, doing the research, and checking your coins before it's too late. If you do find it, if that rare coin turns out to be the one, imagine what you could do with that kind of wealth. A new car, a dream vacation, or maybe even financial freedom. But more importantly, imagine being part of that small group of people who discovered a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, before everyone else did. But hold on. Before you rush off to check your change, there's one more thing you need to know. There's a secret about the California State Quarter that most people don't even know exists. Want to know what it is? Well, you're just going to have to stick around until the end to find out. Because this could be the most valuable tip you'll ever get. Okay, quick question. You've all heard the phrase, money doesn't grow on trees. But what if I told you it grows in pocket change? You might want to check your grandma's old coin jar. There's no telling what could be hiding in there. As we come to the end of this video, it's time to reveal that secret. And here it is. There's a unique pattern of mint errors in certain batches of these coins that could make them worth even more than the typical rare coin. But you'll need to know exactly what to look for and how to authenticate it before it's too late. So here's your mission. Start looking closely at those old coins you've kept in jars, drawers, or boxes. Take them to experts who can help you identify these rare finds. And remember, time is of the essence. You might have the chance to change your life, but the opportunity won't last forever. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your change, because that quarter could be worth a fortune. And remember, in the world of rare coins, the early bird doesn't just get the worm, they get a wealthier life. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss out on the next big coin discovery. Who knows, maybe the next millionaire could be you. Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding out that a single coin you've been holding on to for years is worth over $500,000. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. In fact, it's happening right now with the 2018 pictured Rock State $2 coin. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why it could be your ticket to wealth. Stick around, because the secret to transforming your future is just a few minutes away. Let me take you back to 2018. The U.S. Mint released a series of state quarters to celebrate each state's history, landmarks, and culture. The Michigan Pictured Rocks State Quarter was one of them, featuring the breathtaking Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore along the shores of Lake Superior. Beautiful, isn't it? But what you may not know is that this quarter has a hidden value far beyond its face value, and it's becoming a game-changer for collectors and investors alike. At first glance, the coin might seem like any other in your collection. But here's the twist, it's not. Some rare editions of this quarter are now worth a jaw-dropping $589,543. Yes, you heard that right, $500,000. Imagine holding on to a coin that could change your life in an instant. But why? What makes this coin so valuable, and how can you find one that's worth a fortune? Hold that thought. Let's dive in. Have you ever picked up a coin, thinking, well, this one's definitely a keeper, only to find out it's worth less than the gum wrapper stuck to it? Yeah, me too. But trust me, we're not talking about that kind of coin here. We're talking about something special, something that could put you in the fast lane to wealth. So, how exactly do you find a quarter worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? It all comes down to a few key details. You see, some 2018 pictured Rock State quarters have rare minting errors or unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. One of the most sought-after features is a misprint, where the coin's details are slightly off or its design is shifted. These types of imperfections aren't mistakes, they're treasures. And here's the kicker, finding a coin like this isn't a matter of luck. It's about knowing where to look and understanding what you're holding. So, if you've got a collection of state quarters sitting around, now is the time to take a closer look. Take a magnifying glass and check for these crucial signs: double die errors. The letters or images are doubled on the coin, making it incredibly rare. Off-center strikes. The design is misaligned, often making the coin visually striking. Proof coins. These are coins made for collectors, not for circulation. If you have one, you could be holding a gold mine. Imagine finding just one of these mistakes hidden in your collection. The value could be more than you ever imagined. But here's where the urgency comes in. These coins are already in demand, and prices are rising. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to sell for top dollar. The market is competitive, and collectors are constantly on the lookout for these treasures. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But I don't want to let go of my collection. It's too important to me. Let me ask you this. How would it feel to sell one coin and pay off that pesky mortgage? Or go on that dream vacation you've been putting off for years? Sometimes, letting go of something you love leads to something even better. And who knows? Maybe this will be the start of an entirely new chapter in your life. So, you've found your rare coin. Or maybe you've got a stack of state quarters you're ready to examine. Now, what do you do? The next step is critical. You need to know how to sell it, and more importantly, who to sell it to. Not all buyers will recognize the true value of your coin. That's why it's important to find reputable coin dealers, auction houses, or online platforms where experts can properly evaluate your collection. But here's a warning: be careful where you sell. You don't want to get caught in a scam or undervalue your coin. Always make sure you're dealing with trusted professionals who can help you get top dollar. Now, let's talk numbers for a second. You've done the work, you've found a rare coin, and you're ready to sell it. Imagine walking into a dealer and hearing them say, "We'll give you $500,000 for that quarter." Think about it. This isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing moment. The money you make could give you the chance to retire early, travel the world, or make your financial dreams a reality. But here's the catch: time is of the essence. The market for rare coins like the 2018 Pictured Rocks quarter is competitive, and these valuable coins are in the hands of collectors who are always ready to snatch them up. The longer you hold on to them, the higher the risk that you might miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. You're probably wondering, how can I tell if my quarter is worth that much? What's the secret to spotting these rare coins in my own collection? In the next section, I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to assess the value of your coins and how to sell them for the highest possible price. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Now is your time. If you've got state quarters from 2018, don't wait another day. Start inspecting your collection, research the mistakes that can make your coin valuable, and take action to sell it. The longer you hold off, the more money you risk leaving on the table. Take control of your financial future today. In the world of rare coins, opportunities like this don't come often. When you find one, don't let it slip away. So, what are you waiting for? Start hunting those treasures today, and watch as your coins transform into something extraordinary. And stay tuned, because in the next video, I'll reveal the exact steps to sell your rare coins for maximum profit. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notified about our next life-changing episode. We'll be diving deeper into the world of rare coins, and who knows? Maybe next time, it'll be your lucky coin in the spotlight. What if I told you that a simple, often overlooked coin from 2005, worth just 5 cents when it was minted, could now be worth almost $1 million? Yes, you heard that right, $939, $540. Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal the incredible story behind this coin and how you could be holding the next big treasure in your pocket. Imagine finding a single coin that changes your life. Sounds like something out of a movie, right? But it's not fiction. It's reality for those who know what to look for. Let's start by going back to 2005. The United States Mint was busy producing millions of coins for circulation, including the Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark. At first glance, it's nothing special. Just another nickel. You'd probably flip it across the counter without a second thought. But what if I told you that in some cases, this very nickel could be worth more than $500,000? You see, not all nickels are created equal. There's something about certain batches of coins that makes them rare, so rare that they become a hot commodity for collectors. But here's the kicker: this coin wasn't created to be rare. It wasn't struck with a special edition in mind. And yet, it's now considered one of the most valuable modern coins in circulation. You might be thinking, wait, how could a 2005 nickel possibly be worth that much? Well, I know it sounds like a joke. But remember, you wouldn't question the value of a rare piece of art just because it was made by someone no one had heard of. It's the same with coins. So stick around and let me show you how this nickel became legendary. Now that I have your attention, let's dive into why the 2005 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel is so valuable. It all comes down to a tiny, almost imperceptible mistake in the minting process, one that turned an ordinary coin into a goldmine for collectors. This coin was part of a limited run, where the dies used to strike it became slightly damaged. What does this mean for you? It means that if you have one of these nickels with a minting error, you're holding a rare artifact of numismatic history. Coins like this don't show up every day, which is why collectors will pay top dollar for one in excellent condition. In fact, a few of these 2005 P nickels have been known to fetch anywhere from $50,000 to nearly $1 million at auctions. The real treasure hunt begins when you start checking your change, searching through old coin collections, or even looking at coins that have been sitting in jars for years. Could one of them be a $1 million nickel? Maybe. And this is where the excitement starts to build, because you might already have it in your possession. Right now. So you've got a jar of old coins sitting around, right? Don't just toss them into the wishing well and hope for luck. There's treasure in there. It might just be hiding behind a pile of dusty pennies. So, where does this leave you? You've got this incredible coin in your hands. What now? The next step is to get it appraised, and trust me, getting an expert to verify its worth could be the difference between you walking away with a few dollars or a windfall that changes your life. You need to understand that the value of a coin isn't just about how it looks, it's about its rarity, condition, and the specific errors that make it unique. And that's what drives prices up for coins like the 2005 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel. But here's the part you need to know before you go running to check your change jar. The rare coins that fetch these huge amounts, like this 2005 nickel, are not just hiding in plain sight. No, they're sitting in collections, locked away in safes, and often get passed down through generations. And you're about to find out just how rare this coin really is. But first, let me ask you something. What would it mean for your future to discover a coin worth hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions? Can you picture it? The dream vacation, financial freedom, or even a new home. We're all looking for that one break. That one opportunity that makes everything click. And for you, that opportunity might be sitting in your pocket right now. But here's the thing, opportunities like this don't last forever. The longer you wait, the greater the chance that someone else will find this treasure before you. So, if you're ready to start your search, now is the time to act.so. What are you waiting for? Look through your old coins. Get that 2005 P Mint Mark Jefferson nickel appraised. And take the first step toward finding your financial freedom. You never know, the next time you pull out your wallet, it could be the moment that changes everything. Because in the world of rare coins, one small find could be your ticket to a new, wealthier lifestyle. You're rummaging through a box of old coins you inherited or stumbled upon at a yard sale. You don't think much of it, until your eyes fall on something that stops you in your tracks. A 1935 Buffalo Jefferson nickel. You flip it over, glance at its details, and then it hits you. Could this simple, unassuming nickel be worth millions? Stay with me, because this seemingly insignificant coin could change your life. And today, we're diving deep into why that's possible. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could a 1935 nickel be worth anything more than a few cents? A nickel is a nickel, right? Well, that's exactly what I want to show you today. When you start digging into the history of the 1935 Buffalo Jefferson nickel, you'll discover there's more than meets the eye. In fact, there's one in particular that has been auctioned for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.5 million for a nickel. This coin isn't just rare, it's nearly mythical in the world of collectors. But how did this happen? How can a simple, vintage coin from the 1930s be worth more than a luxury car, or even a house? Here's the thing, it's all about rarity, condition, and historical significance. The 1935 Buffalo Jefferson nickel that fetched millions wasn't just any coin, it had something special about it. But more on that in a minute. Now, before you rush to search your drawers, let me set the stage. Finding a rare coin isn't easy. This isn't like flipping a switch. But for the savvy collector, it can be life-changing. Imagine finding this hidden gem amongst your other old coins, and suddenly, you realize, you're sitting on a fortune. The key here isn't just having the coin, it's knowing what to look for. There are several factors that determine whether your 1935 Buffalo Jefferson nickel is worth millions or just a few dollars. The first is rarity. Some 1935 nickels were made in extremely limited numbers. Others, like the one worth $1.5 million, are extremely rare due to minting errors that collectors now treasure. But here's the kicker. Most of these rare nickels aren't sitting in your average coin jar. They're out there, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right person to recognize their worth. And you may be wondering, why does this matter to me? Here's why. You could be one lucky person who stumbles upon one of these treasure coins. Don't let that opportunity slip through your fingers. The best part? You don't need to be an expert to recognize the potential. This isn't about buying or selling just any old nickel. This is about finding the right one, a coin that could make you a millionaire. That feeling when you find it. Trust me, it's beyond anything you've ever experienced. Now, let's talk about what happens when you do find that golden coin. The moment you realize its value, there's a mixture of excitement and fear. It's a lot of pressure. How do you handle it? How do you ensure you're making the right move? First off, don't panic. Breathe. Your next step is crucial. Do you hold on to it, hoping the value rises even more, or do you cash out and live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of? Let me tell you something. There's a right way to sell rare coins, and it's not through the first app or website you stumble upon. In fact, selling the wrong way can cost you thousands, maybe even millions. That's right, millions. The key to unlocking your fortune is working with the right professionals, coin dealers who specialize in rare and high-value pieces. These are the people who can help you navigate the ins and outs of the marketplace. Trust me, without the right expertise, you might not get what you deserve. And here's where the urgency kicks in. The longer you wait, the more likely you are to miss your chance. The market for rare coins is shifting constantly, and every day could bring a new opportunity to either cash in or lose out. So don't sit on your fortune. But before you get too excited, remember, not every 1935 nickel is worth millions. There are factors that determine value, and not all 1935 nickels are created equal. However, with the right knowledge and resources, you can certainly maximize the value of your coin, and who knows, you might just find that $1.5 million treasure. Now, if you're wondering whether your old pennies might be worth millions too, then you're not going to want to miss what's coming up in our next video. It turns out that the world of rare coins holds many more secrets that could unlock unimaginable wealth. So stick around, because you won't believe what's hiding in your collection. So, what are you waiting for? The world of rare coins is waiting for you. If you've got coins older than 1935, or if you've got that lucky nickel, take a moment to evaluate their worth. With a little effort and the right knowledge, this could be your chance to unlock your future.